Would you rather pay 15% tax on $100,000 of profit or $200,000? Let me take a guess. You chose 100. Safie Russell here, certified public accountant, here with your next S-Corp Straight Talk episode. So if you're deciding between staying taxed as an LLC, for an example, or electing to be taxed as an S-Corp, one of the key things I want you to keep in mind is self-employment tax. Self-employment tax is your contribution to Social Security and Medicare. It's roughly 15.3%. When you are a LLC and you have made no elections, you pay that self-employment taxes with your tax return. And ultimately, you should be paying it throughout the year with your quarterly estimates. But ultimately, let's say you have a practice that has $200,000 of profit after you paid out all your expenses. You're going to pay income taxes, federal, state, and Social Security and Medicare tax in the form of self-employment taxes on all of that income. There's a few different adjustments that go into play with that in terms of adjustments on your tax return to help offset some of it. But at the end of the day, you're paying 15.3% on a majority of that $200,000 profit. Now, if you were electing to be taxed as an S-Corp, and let's say your reasonable compensation just happened to be $100,000, right? That would mean now that $100,000 is being subjected to Social Security and Medicare by way of your payroll taxes. So as you pay yourself throughout the year in increments, every time you pay yourself, 15.3% is being paid in. Part of it's coming from yourself as an employee and part of it's coming from your company. And so in essence, that portion of the tax is the same. But the other $100,000 that now remains, remember, $200,000 of profit. Now you're an employee of the corporation. You pay yourself $100,000. There's some taxes on that number, which I'm not going to get into. But let's say you're left with $100,000. You've now saved 15.3% on that $100,000 of profit. So you can either pay self-employment tax on the full 200, or you can pay it on the 100,000 if that's what your reasonable compensation is. This is one of the powers of the S corporation election if it's a good fit for you and your personal tax profile and your business structure, and based on your business profitability, as well as your reasonable compensation. So stay tuned for more straight talk. But if you're ready to move forward and get your customized analysis, let's hop on a 30-minute initial consultation to start the conversation and see if it's a good fit for you. In the meantime, feel free to enjoy my 7-point checklist, which is now made available to everyone. Check out the details in the comments or check out the link to subscribe and request my 7-point checklist of things you want to know as an S corporation. I look forward to seeing you next chat. Bye-bye.